Then we're gonna move into our third meeting of the evening of Board of Aldermen regular meeting, Monday, April 18th, 2022, at actually 6:38 PM. Roll call, please, Tara.
Alderman Motley. Here. Alderman Hudson.
Here.
Alderman Wilkins.
Present.
Alderman Deckard.
Here.
Alderman Rogers.
Present.
Alderman Magley.
Yep.
All right, that moves us to item 3, comments from citizens. At this time, we take comments from the citizens. I have had none sent to me by email. Have you received anything in your email? Okay. Comments? Okay. I'm gonna close comments from citizens. We'll move down to 4, consent agenda. After you have a chance to look it over, I would entertain a motion to approve all. A, Board of Aldermen meeting minutes. B, Public Works and Utilities Committee meeting minutes. C, General Government Public Safety Committee minutes. D, the Collector's Report. E, the Financial Reports. F, ARPA Fund and Monthly Report.
So on number 6, we're changing the numbers in the minutes. So should we do that first and then approve as amended, the consent agenda? Or,
Probably should.
I mean, just save us.
Do you wanna just switch the action agenda and the consent agenda? We'll come back to the consent agenda.
Just need a motion for point of order.
Yep, the motion to move the action agenda number 6 down in front of 4, the consent agenda.
So moved.
Have a first and second to move the action agenda of item 6 in front of 4, the consent agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. So that moves us down to the action agenda, item 6. Approving a request to amend minutes and renumber ordinances motion.
Do you just need a motion for that?
So, I was curious if we would need to have 3 motions. Heather, you help me out with this. I'm asking to amend the March 7th minutes, and then we also need to renumber the ordinances and the resolutions, and then I guess the motion to amend the 328 minutes would be with the consent agenda.
I think we can do it all as one, just a motion to approve the corrections or no.
I'll do it.
So I entertain a motion to, as stated, changes.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. We'll give that to Harold Decker. You got that, throw it however you want your last name. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Now, we go on down through, or we go back up, pick up the consent agenda?
I would say go ahead and get the consent agenda now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're moving up to 4, that's what I plan on doing. That moves us to 4, consent agenda. As we talked about now, with those changes that we just talked about, that were approved.
You'll be accept the consent agenda as updated, amended. I'm sorry.
Second.
Have a first and a second to accept as amended. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. That moves us down to 5, accounts payable over $1,250. Looking for a motion,
This is the G Works.
approve.
That's the project accounting module. We budgeted for a project accounting module. It'll help us keep track of capital expenditures better. We'll be able to track it through payroll and through accounts payable, revenues, if we get grant revenues, things like that.
I make a motion, we approve the accounts payable over $1,250 in a grand total amount of $235,691.42.
Second.
I have a first and a second to approve the bills over $1,250 totaling $256,691.42. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Moves us to, back to item 7 in the action agenda. I'm looking for, under Finance A, resolution declaring intent to utilize coronavirus state and local fiscal recovery funds program, a part of the American Rescue Plan to replace law public sector revenue due to the COVID-19 pandemic in the city of Central Missouri.
Any questions about this resolution? talked about this in committee meetings, but
This is the one, yeah,
This-
doing the general declaration of it, and then the next.
yes. We'll do the general declaration of it, but I'm still working on the format of the monthly report, so you've seen version 1. There may be a different version of it, but I wanna get it streamlined. So you'll get a monthly report on the ARPA funding to know, what we've allocated so far, what we've spent, so that we'll be able to keep running total of how much we have remaining in that. Then we should receive our second distribution. I think it's in September, it could be October of this year. They said it'll be 1 year from when we receive the first disbursement.
Bill, move that bill number 2446 be given its first and only reading by title only.
Second.
Have first and second for bill number 2446 be given its first and only reading. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
A resolution to declare intent to utilize coronavirus state and local fiscal recovery funds, SLFRF program, a part of the American Rescue Plan Act, to replace lost public sector revenue due to the COVID-19 pandemic in the city of Centralia, Missouri.
Move that bill number 2446 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
Have first and second for bill number 2446 to be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please, Tara.
Alderman Motley? Yes. Alderman Hudson?
Four.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Decker?
Yes.
Alderman Rogers?
4.
Alderman Magley?
No.
Passes. That moves us to item B, an ordinance designating specific projects to be funded from the city of Centralia, Missouri's American Rescue Plan Act fund.
So the amounts that are included in this resolution were included in the monthly report. So that you could see the total that we would have remaining if, assuming that these amounts would be approved. They are budgeted amounts, and we discussed them. There's $100,000 for the sewer main lining, $2,400 for the mobile alert system that we discussed last meeting, $10,000 for the sonic wall for cybersecurity purposes, $25,000 for upgrades to the police department building, and then, I'm sorry, I missed the first one, $11,424 over 2 fiscal years, so it's $5,712 per year for additional mobile hotspots for the library.
I move that bill number 2447 be given its first and only reading by title only.
Second.
Have first and second for bill number 2447 be given its first and only reading. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes.
A resolution to designate specific projects to be funded from the City of Centralia, Missouri's American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA fund.
Move that bill number 2447 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
Have first and second for bill number 2447 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor? All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please, Tara.
Alderman Motley? Yes. Alderman Hudson?
4.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Decker?
Yes.
Alderman Rogers?
4.
Alderman Magley?
No.
That moves us to C.
Resolution number?
Yeah, resolution number.
Resolution number R-22-08.
Thank you. Perfect, thank you. C, unpaid utility bills for January 2020 through December 2020.
So the reason that there are 2 of these on the agenda is because we discussed it last year and then we never got back to writing these amounts off. We did do some research into what other cities do. Most cities do not go with a collection agency because they get such little amounts back if it is collected. So we did not pursue that. I guess it really is up to the board if that's what we want to do. We're really talking the most pennies on the dollar if we do that. Most cities do what we do and collect it when the people come back to town.
Are there any city employees on this list? We see don't have names.
No.
I didn't see this.
I remember last year we had 1 or 2.
Yes. I don't believe so.
Move that bill number 2448 be given its first reading by title only.
This is a motion.
It's just a motion.
Just to take a motion.
So are we moving to just write off the, I mean, is that what the motion is?
Yes, so we write them off in our system, but if someone comes back and they owe this bill, then we collect this bill plus a double deposit from those
Stays in the
customers.
system, we just don't go back and try to pursue collecting it.
We do send out notices, you know, from time to time, and we can increase the number of notices that we send, you know, send maybe after we send those initial 3 notices, then start sending them every 6 months or something like that, but
I thought Sydney said if you wrote them off, you couldn't collect them.
no, if you send them to collections,
Oh, okay.
but, because essentially you're selling them to the collection agency to collect.
Sorry.
So the total amount we're writing off is what, $10,035.98 for the first one?
Yes,
Is that down from the other years, past years?
it is, we've actually collected about $3,500, I think, since last year, since we were proposing to write this off.
Would it make sense to write off the 2020, but sit on the 2021 a little bit?
It does kind of back us up on writing them off out of our system if we wait.
We can still collect on them if they move back to town, if they're written off.
And it actually, so if we search their name, and that's what we use, that's what they do if we have a new customer, they search their name, first name, last name, spouse's names, and it pops up and says, there may be an old debt on this account, do you want to write this back on? So it gives us an alert whenever we find that person in our system as well.
Go for it.
Are we ready for motion? I make a motion that bill number 2448.
It's not a
It's not a
bill.
motion.
You just
Make a
say,
motion.
you just make a motion to write
I'm
off
confused now.
the bad debts, it's $10,035.98.
All right, I can't find that page.
So moved.
Okay,
Second,
First and second.
I'll make a motion, the bad
they already
debt,
did it.
10,000.
We already did it, huh?
All
They already
right,
did.
all right,
We've got another one coming on,
gotcha.
Yeah,
Which year was the 10,000?
start working on D there, Randy.
2020.
Roger, we got it.
calendar year
Um,
2020.
So I have a first and a second to approve writing off the bad debt from January 2020 to December 2020, $10,035.81. All in favor?
aye.
All opposed? Passes. Moves us to D.
Well, this one's significantly
Yeah,
higher.
that's so
Yeah, I'm having a little more heartburn on this one. So all these people are no longer living in this community? Or am I?
I don't know, are they?
I don't know the answer to that.
They wouldn't have
Generally
service, though.
speaking, yeah, they wouldn't have service. If they have moved in with someone else, what we do in that case is when we find out they have moved in with someone else is we alert that homeowner that the person they've allowed to move into their home has an unpaid utility bill, and that if that person does not take care of it, it will be added to their bill. That's how we take care of it by still letting them.
So this, I guess another way, none of these people have active accounts with us.
None of them have active accounts.
That's a big number.
Yes.
How much is this?
$26,070.11.
We got 1350 or so off last year's and last year, and this is double. In very rough numbers. But we'll still collect it if possible.
Yes.
So I move we write off the bad debt in 2021 and a total of $26,070.11.
Second?
Have a first and second to write off the unpaid utility bill from January 2021 to December 2021 for $26,070.11. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Moves us to legal. A resolution establishing a paperless government program. Policy for elected officials and certain employees of the city of Centralia, Missouri. Could you give us an update on what that is?
We talked about this at committee meeting. This just establishes a policy that officially states that we will provide the tablets, but we will enter into a cost share program with aldermen who are interested, and it sets out the guidelines for that. So that way, the tablet essentially is yours. You can take it with you. You can, do your city business on it and look at your emails. So it's really just a way that you can see all of the, packets ahead of time, however you want to do that. If you choose, you don't have to enter into this program if you don't want to, but, we talked about like the cost. We think a full setup right now with the tablets that David showed us last week and a case would be about $300. So we would split the cost, so $150.
So if you have maintenance on it or something goes wrong, what happens then?
Comes out of your pocket.
It depends on during the time frame. So if it's after the 2 years, then it's all you. But I think it says that we will take care of maintenance.
While you're,
What if you're a re-elected official? What happens then?
If you want to enter into a new agreement and get a new tablet every 2 years, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just keep the one that you have.
But we turn it back over to,
oh, you
You
get
don't
to
have
keep
to.
it
You
when
would
you're
keep it.
trying.
As long as we enter the cost share program, then you would keep it. It's yours.
What kind of tablet is it?
It's an Android.
It's a Samsung. I actually have it, I don't want it in my car.
yeah,
It was very lightweight and it was about the size of yours. But you do not have to. This is not saying that you have to do this. It's just saying that you can.
Give people an option to have something that's mobile.
Well, the hope of them keeping it is to become more familiar with it, so they aren't having to learn it for the first time while they're trying to pull up agendas and things like that.
Right.
so it's on an app, isn't it? I mean, could we use our phones if we were away or something? I mean,
Sure.
is it on an app system where we just app on it, or do we have to have the tablet?
For the, just to look at the agendas.
Just look at the agenda if we're like away.
You should be able to pull it up on your smartphone. But you have the.
I always look at it on here first.
I think you said you could do that, didn't you?
Oh,
And we're still gonna get the agendas at least printed out, right?
Yes, we talked about that today. We will still print the
Because I make
agendas.
notes on it as I go and stuff.
So we're not completely paperless, but this packet, and we didn't print, let me just for a second, we didn't print the entire packet, for all the aldermen, or on this side today, but, because the financials were really, it makes it really thick. So, but we did print the entire agenda packet for James.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I move that bill number 2448 be given its first and only reading by title only.
Second?
I have a first and second for bill number 2448 to give its first and only reading. All in favor? All opposed? Clerk, will you please?
A resolution establishing a paperless government program policy for elected officials and certain employees of the city of Centralia, Missouri.
Move that bill number 2448 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second?
I have a first and second for bill number 2448 to be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Roll call vote, please. Chair.
So this is a resolution, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Alderman Motley? Alderman Hudson?
Four.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Decker?
Yes.
Alderman Rogers?
4.
Alderman Magley?
Yeah.
Resolution number.
R-22-09.
Thank you. That moves us to item D, an ordinance revising section 22 of the Centralia City Code regarding vacation sick leave for the employee of the city of Centralia, Missouri. Can you update us on
This ordinance just cleans up some wording in the code that it makes it match what we have already adopted through the collective bargaining agreement in 2021. And then it also changes some wording for sick leave usage to match more of what we're actually doing, or vacation time usage, excuse me, more of what we're doing. We're still allowing employees to take smaller increments of vacation time instead of making it 8-hour blocks. So it just matches what our current practices.
I move the bill number 2449 be given its first read by title only.
Second.
I have a first and second for bill number 2449 to be given its first reading by title only. All in favor? All opposed? First reading passes.
An ordinance revising section 22 of the Centralia City Code regarding vacation and sick leave for employees of the city of Centralia, Missouri.
Move the bill number 2449 be given its second read by title only.
Second.
I I have a first and a second that bill number 2449 be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It passes. Second reading, please.
An ordinance revising section 22 of the Centralia City Code regarding vacation and sick leave for employees of the city of Centralia, Missouri.
Move that bill number 2449 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a first and a second that bill number 2449 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please, Tara.
Alderman Motley?
Yes.
Alderman Hudson?
Yes.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Decker?
Yes.
Alderman Rogers?
4.
Alderman Magley?
Yep.
Passes. Ordinance number,
3121.
thank you. That moves us now to item 9, permits and licensing. A would be a resolution issued to permit to the city of Centralia, Missouri to conduct a special firework display at the city recreational park. Any questions on that? That's what we've had all
We-
along, right?
yeah,
We've always done
we
this.
do this every year.
Right. So it's a resolution, so.
Move that bill number 2450 be given its first and only reading by title only.
Second.
I have a first and a second that bill number 2450 be given its first and only reading. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? First reading, please.
A resolution issuing a permit to the city of Centralia, Missouri to conduct a special firework display at City Recreational Park.
Move that bill number 2450 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a first and a second for bill number 2450 to be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please, Tara.
Alderman Motley? Yep. Alderman Hudson?
4.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Decker?
Yes.
Alderman Rogers?
4.
Alderman Magley?
Yep.
Bill number 2450 passes. Resolution number, please.
R-22-10.
Thank you. Number 10, purchasing. We-
The next three are the purchases that we discussed at the committee meeting.
Yep.
Move that we approve the purchase of the skid loader for $60,291.74.
I have a first and a second to approve the purchase of the skid loader for $60,291.34. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. That moves us to B, approve the purchase of a dump truck for a total that we talked about of $166,667. I entertain a motion.
Move we approve the purchase of the dump truck for a total amount of $166,667.
Second.
I have a first and a second to approve the purchase of a dump truck of $166,667. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. That moves us to C, approve the purchase of a lawnmower from the Park Department of $32,447.85.
Is this the lawnmower or the tractor?
The lawnmower, I believe.
40-horse tractor, isn't it?
Is that what it is? He
Diesel
keeps
in it.
calling it a lawnmower.
Yeah, you keep calling it a lawnmower. I was gonna say $32,000 for a lawnmower, but it looks like it should be a
So it's
tractor.
a tractor. It's gonna be used at the golf course.
Yeah, it's a tractor, so,
4-wheel drive.
yeah, it's a
It's a
tractor.
tractor. Tractor.
Yeah.
It's a big lawnmower, so, yeah.
He'll do that amongst other things.
It's probably got a mower under it, but
No, I don't think it
I
does.
don't see it though.
So we can amend that to mean lawnmower truck/tractor. Okay.
I move that we approve the purchase of a lawnmower for $32,447.85.
Second.
First and second to approve the purchase of a tractor / lawnmower and multiple other things that'll do whatever, for the total amount of $32,447.85. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. That moves us to old business. The only old business I know of that I had asked Heather about was an update regarding our insurance policy. of the bond, for our project with, our project we're on. Yeah,
I have no response yet.
no
So
response.
we'll check on it first thing in the morning.
Okay,
Till 15th, right?
Yeah.
yes. So,
I
we,
didn't have anything from Bartlett and West on it.
okay,
So we'll,
Mike needs to light them up in the morning.
yeah.
Matter of fact, when he calls, Mike, just send a conference call me in on it too.
Okay.
And we all need to be on the same page with that, because,
We have the Slaker meeting tomorrow, so you wanna talk about it then?
yeah, we can, we absolutely will. Yes, they'll be here, won't they? Gary be here?
Bartlett, yeah,
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
they'll
Gary
be here
will
in
be here.
person, yeah, I just seen,
yeah, we'll just talk to him
yeah,
then.
that'd be fine with me, just seen him in person, so. Because, we'll light a fire on that. We're getting down to the 11th hour on that thing now, so. Okay,
Have they been working out there? I mean, they can't now though, but
I don't know, I haven't been out there.
They were working whenever it was really nice, they said they have made
Last
some
week.
progress, but it's, there's still a lot to do, they said.
yeah,
That's what Matt Rush said.
mhm.
we will not be able to expose ourselves to risk on this project if they're not anywhere near gonna be being done. And we've extended it past the bond coverage, so, and they have to get them to extend them, the contractor bond amended, or they're gonna have to get it from somewhere else. And that could become very difficult. If you're working with somebody presently and they don't wanna extend your deal, then I'm gonna say that sends probably red flags, so I'm just saying, we need to find out what's going on with that thing, and we will. So we'll send you an email tomorrow afternoon, after we've had a chance to talk to them about next steps and what's going on with that, because this is pretty critical.
Have they submitted any more requests for payments?
No. We had no request for payments this month at all.
Aren't they supposed to send us a guideline of what they're planning on getting done to? Have they done that?
Not that I've seen.
Time frame, scope of work to be
Mhm.
completed, yep.
We'll find that,
We'll find out all that tomorrow, yep. Tomorrow's gonna be quite the event. So I have one old business, the other old business for everybody?
Any feedback from the team on that ride share parking type spot? We talked about a couple weeks ago, or?
Yes, but we thought that bicentennial would be kind of the best option, but I don't know that we talked to Earl yet. So we'll find out.
All right, that moves us to new business. First up is appointment, I'd like to appoint Stacy Snyder from the part-time dispatcher to full-time dispatcher position that you all seen the email on, and past experience and so forth, and had some pretty good feedback from everybody on that, so it's kind of like a win, I think you said, Robert, in today's day and time, to find somebody experienced who can step in and pretty blessed.
And that's when I used the word in front of Robert's name in my reply.
I seen that.
There's a whole story about that.
Well, I was afraid to ask
Oh,
about that.
I was wondering too, like,
It auto-corrected Robert to Robert, and I thought I had deleted, because you know when you start to back up or autocorrect things,
Yeah.
it'll delete the whole word.
All
It
I
deleted
read,
the R.
all I read was something, Robert, so. I'm still looking for that. So anyway,
I actually got a phone call apologizing.
Well, because it actually is a word.
I thought there was an inside joke.
No.
An excessively noisy person.
Yeah.
well,
Well, subliminally, maybe it had merit, I don't know, maybe.
Wow.
Harold, see what you got to look forward to? It'll be great, buddy. You stay right with us here. So, I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the mayor's appointment of Stacy Snyder from part-time dispatcher to full-time dispatcher.
Second.
Have first and second to approve Stacy Snyder's appointment. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Duly appointed. She's not here tonight, right?
No.
No, okay. All right, that moves us to you.
All I have is just signed another report, so we have it.
13 is, anything that is, have we heard anything that we need to bring up for her that I didn't have anything? She's been on her trip to New York, so, nothing there. How about the city clerk?
I was just gonna mention the, MML elected officials training is coming up June 9th through the 10th in Columbia. There is a virtual option if you don't want to attend in person. Harold, I will give you this information if you'd like to attend. It is a very good training.
Informative.
It is frozen.
It's a long 2 days, but it's very informative.
It is very informative. And then Lauber Law Firm also has a city officials training seminar. It's really good, refresher and, you know, learning some things. I do have that agenda. They will be in Mexico and it starts at 8:30 a.m. and is over by 2. So, it's not a full day, but it's in Mexico on May 13th. So if any of you are interested in that, let me know. I'll get you the agenda and the dates and I'll get you registered.
It's like $20 or something, with it.
Something like that, and there's
Um,
lunch, and
Yeah.
This is included
this
with
is the
that.
one we went to in Moberly that
Right.
one time.
Yeah, it was very good.
It's very good too.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, it's $20, but the city will take care of that for you, and then the elected officials. So if you wanna go, just let me know, I'll get you registered.
Yeah. Yeah. What about, who's doing this?
Esme, Esme Rise.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so that moves us to, as Mayor Ryan, I've read ahead, I've seen that. We have a Meet the Machine event.
So in the past, during Public Works, we have had this event just a handful, maybe 2 or 3 times, where we bring up the city machines, and kids can come up and look at them and learn about them. And what we would like to do this year is the same type of event, but we want to do it in the evening, 5:30 to 7:30. And Mike has a great idea that we set up some different tables that talk about the different projects that we have going on. We can educate the public as well while we're doing it. And Samantha asked for names, suggestions, instead of touch a truck again. And so now it's Meet the Machine. So we are gonna try to get some other kinds of equipment up there. And instead of just our city equipment, and we may just, what I think that we're gonna end up doing is just blocking off all of Rollins Street, and that way it doesn't interfere with, and probably leaving the intersection open, or maybe just blocking the intersection off just for those 2 hours. That way it doesn't interfere with any of the businesses that are still open downtown. We're gonna contact the downtown businesses and see, let them know that we're having this event, see if they wanna stay open any longer, maybe help with some, economic development as well, but, and then invite some food trucks as well that are licensed already with the city. And if any other food trucks are interested, we're gonna limit it to probably, 4 or 5 food trucks maybe, but just so that we have space for all of our equipment. But we thought that a good space to use would be that side of Rollins, and we have our lot down there, so we can have some space down there, and then maybe have the food trucks up here so that you can have access to the picnic tables and things like that. So, kind of a block party event.
When is it?
May 19th. And that is during National Public Works Week.
Rain would cancel the event though.
Yeah.
Well, delay it.
I have a flyer for Linda if you want it. She's gonna get it out later.
Okay, that's fine.
What time?
5:30 to 7:30 p.m.
We're kinda hoping that the Aldermen and Mayor be up there. I'm gonna talk to the public a bit if you have availability.
I would have been here, but I will be gone.
Bring your schedule up.
I
Did
make a motion-
you figure out anything on that electrical that I talked to you about?
Not yet. City has been gone, and she knows who I need to talk to.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I have a first and a second to adjourn. All in favor? All opposed? It passes for adjournment. Thank you for your help.